Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. Today we're doing the final deck in our top 10 fun Master Rule 5 decks that I've been doing. This potentially is the one that got one of the biggest boosts because this deck is, I'm doing Draco Magicians. It just really likes to go into Exceed summoning, synchro summoning, heck, even fusion summoning. So it just has so many options. It still goes into the Guard Dragon engine, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this one. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And also, if you guys are interested in playing me online in some Yu-Gi-Oh, either comment down in this video or in my 1,000 subscriber announcement video. And I will be doing the drawing hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this one. Starting off with our best Draco Pendulum monster, which is Luster Pendulum. He's just the perfect card for this deck. His Pendulum effect is really the only useful one. But once per turn, if you have a card in your other Pendulum zone, you just destroy that card, and if you do, add one card with the same name from your deck to your hand. So it loads up your face-up extra deck, and it also gets a card to your hand. Really good. He's a level 4, he's Dragon type, and he's a tuner. So he's got so many things going for him in this deck. We also play 3 Master Pendulum. He's one of your normal monsters that will come up with a few cards that we play. He's level 4 Dragon again. He's got another effect in the Pendulum scale. You can target one card in the Pendulum zone and destroy it. Doesn't come up too often. You mostly have him because he's a normal. And then the other normal one we have is Vector Pendulum. And he's also the Drake Overlord. So these ones are Draco Slayers, and then he's your Drake Overlord that you can summon. That'll come up with Draco Face Off, the really good spell card. Doesn't really do much. I mean, you can negate all card effects in your opponent's Pendulum zones with his scale effect. But again, he's mostly just a normal monster, level 4, Dragon type. That'll come up a lot. Really good card. I like playing them all at 3. Obviously, you got to play Luster at 3, but these two, you don't always have to play at 3, but I like to, especially in this build. That's 40 cards, playing Pot of Desires, and you have so many ways of abusing, 2 of them that you just don't want to be stuck having just 1 in the deck that you can only use. So I definitely prefer to have 3 of each. 3 Master, 3 Vector. And one of the best reasons for that is Rescue Rabbit. It's one of your best normal summons. Rescue Rabbit is absolutely amazing. You just banish this card, special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck. Easy way of getting out 2 of these. So good. And then I mentioned this is Draco Magicians. So the Magicians we're playing, the best one, Harmonizing. If you Pendulum summon this from your hand, you can summon another Magician Pendulum monster from your deck in defense position. So you're getting another card on field and basically another level 4. She's a tuner, level 4, absolutely amazing. The other Magicians we're playing, 2 Purple Poison. Playing 2 of him because he is more useful than like Black Fang. We just play 1 Black Fang. But Purple Poison, if it's destroyed, so you can destroy it with like Luster or Master Pendulum, you can target 1 face-up card in the field and destroy it. So that can potentially get rid of problem monsters or just problem cards on the field. But again, level 4, really nice, and then just 1 Black Fang. If this card is destroyed, you can target 1 Dark Spellcaster in your graveyard and special summon it. So that comes up every now and then. But also, his scale effect, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes half its current attack. So they even have some decent effects. This one, Purple Poison, doesn't come up as much as his effect does, because you have to target a Dark Spellcaster monster that's battling, and then that monster will gain 1200 attack. So those are awesome little engine that goes very well with this deck. We're also playing 3 Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm, We're playing the Guard Dragon engine, so I felt this was a must. Even though obviously you're not turboing into Electromite, this card definitely comes up a lot for the Guard Dragon combos. And it's just a free summon. Really nice. If it's in the graveyard and you control no monsters, you just special summon it, and you can add a gate 0. So just get a nice low scale also to your hand. Really nice. And the only other pendulums we're playing is one Sloth, a Morphage Sloth. Neither player can special summon from the extra deck. So ideally, either you want to do this at the end of your turn or during your opponent's turn. Really nice. Another one you could do during your opponent's turn, just a really nice disruption, is Aether. Aether, when it's special summoned or normal summoned, you can target one monster on the field and banish it. So 2 really good effects. But ideally, you're going to want to be summoning those off of Hieratic Seal. Absolutely amazing to get them off of that. So that is it for our pendulum monsters. A decent amount for a 40 card build, but and then for the spells, one of the best openers is going to be Pendulum Call. If you can open this and Dark Worm, that's absolutely amazing. But you just discard a card and add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. And your Magician cards in your Pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. So really, really good card. Definitely play it at 3. You can only activate it once per turn. But we play Pot of Desires, and we really do just want to see this card. And so we also play 3 Duelist Alliance. When this card is activated and there's a pendulum, if there's a card in the pendulum zone, you can either add a pendulum monster or a pendulum spell and trap. So you can either add Pendulum Call or any of your Draco pendulum monsters. Usually it's going to be Luster, but whatever you need, this card will get it for you. So really nice card. Again, it's only a once per turn, but it gets you so many good, just powerful cards. We play 1 Draco Face-Off. You reveal 1 Draco Slayer and 1 Drake Overlord. So that's why I was saying definitely got to play Vector, even though he's not that great. He's a Drake Overlord. So, and your opponent, you reveal 1 Draco Slayer and Drake Overlord, and your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to your hand. To place in your pendulum zone or special summon, and the other one goes to the extra deck face up. So really, really good card. I can't wait till it comes back to 2 or even 3, hopefully soon. And then the other card for our normal monsters is Painful Decision. You just send 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, you add 1 with the same name from your deck to your hand. So it's a really nice search card for your normal monsters. And then since we're playing Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, it's so nice to have that in the grave as quickly as you can. So Dragon Shrine, we'll send it there. And also Foolish Burial. So really didn't quite want to max out on Dragon Shrine, but I think 2-1 is perfect. And then we also play 1 Monster Reborn. We do a lot of XC summoning, so there will be monsters in the grave, basically. So that card does come up. And then, as I said before, we play 3 Pot of Desires for just amazing, amazing draw power. And then Upstart Goblin for just easy, draw 1 card. That is the main deck. The extra deck, super, super important. I don't know if I would change much in this, but starting off with one of the best ones, Guard Dragon LP. His only downside, and it's not really that big of a downside, but you cannot special summon monsters except for dragon monsters while he's on the field. But during your main phase, you just special summon 1 dragon monster from your deck or your hand to a zone that 2 or more link monsters point to. But yeah, that's your way of easily getting out, a Sloth, an Aether, or getting out a Tuner with Luster, and just whatever you need. Really, really nice card. Pisty is basically the same as LP, but it's special summoning from a monster that is banished or in the graveyard. So really nice as well. Triple Burst Dragon, that's a way of getting a zone opened up that LP's pointing to and that he's pointing to. So he's important for the combos. One Hieratic Seal. That is one of the best ways to end your board. It just requires 2 Dragon-type monsters. During your opponent's turn, you just tribute 1 monster on the field. Usually it's going to be him. And then if this card, and then you return 1 face-up card in the field to the hand. So that's amazing right there. But then if this card is tributed, you then special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck. But its attack and defense becomes 0. But that's, again, really nice to summon one of these off of that tribute summon effect. And just get even more disruption. So that card is absolutely amazing. Saryuja, again, I'm kind of including it in the Guard Dragon engine here because he's a dragon type, but he's really, really good in this deck. Just getting you draw power, getting you a summon from hand. He's absolutely amazing. And still play Borreload. He's a dragon type. Really nice. Play any other dragon link you want here, but IP Masquerena. It's so nice to end your board with IP Masquerena. And Hieratic Seal, having both on board is just too good, because you're going to go into IP Masquerena and go into a Unicorn, which is going to target 1 card in the field and return it to the deck. So good, so easy to do. It's too good. It's the most expensive card in this deck, but I felt it's just so necessary. And it's really kind of necessary in a Pendulum deck. Without Electromite, you need something easy like IP Masquerena to just get on the board and disrupt your opponent. That's it for the links that we play. The links are super important, even in this kind of Master Rule 5 deck. But for the Draco combo extra deck monsters we play, 1 Magister Paladin. When he's summoned, XYZ summoned, you can add 1 Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand during the end phase. So that's really nice right there. But then you can also detach 1 and special summon 1 face-up Draco Slayer Pendulum monster from your extra deck. And then 1 Ignister. He's got a couple good effects as well. You can target 1 Pendulum monster in the field, or 1 card in the Pendulum zone, destroy it. And if you do, you just shuffle 1 card on the field into the deck. And then you can special summon 1 Draco Slayer monster from your deck in defense position. So he's summoning from extra deck, he's summoning from the deck. And then Dinoster is going to be summoning from the graveyard. So after you go into, detach from him, then you can summon from the graveyard. Really nice combo here. He's level 8. Ignister's a level 8, so once you make both of them, you can overlay them into a Hope Harbinger, which is an amazing negate of any spell card. Perfect card for this kind of deck. And then, since we can easily make rank 4s, playing 1 Dugaris. I've said it before, he's just so universal, and you can get some draw power. You can special summon 1 from the grave, or double the attack of 1 monster you control. So 3 really good effects that all come up. Abyss Dweller, really important card, especially now. It seems like every deck wants to use the graveyard and have effects go off in the graveyard. So make an Abyss Dweller, even just blind, don't even know what you're playing against, make Abyss Dweller. There's a good bet that it's gonna affect your opponent in some way. And then the last one we play is just a Tornado Dragon. Most of the time you're going to be able to destroy 2 spell and traps, or it's just a way of, getting rid of, a judgment or whatever your opponent has. Because this is going to get rid of, on your turn, 1 spell and trap, and then on your opponent's turn you can get rid of another one. So most of the time they're going to want to be getting rid of that before you can pop 2 of their spells or traps. But that's the deck, guys. Again, like I said, it's a super fun deck. I think it's a really good deck, actually, for this format. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, go and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.